Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For today's review, we're taking a look at the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball 40th Anniversary Goku and Shenron figure. It does come in this brown shipper box, which is just, a brown box with a UPC code on there. And then this is the actual box that this Goku comes in, which is really, really nice. Mimics one of the, the covers from Dragon Ball. Really nice collector's item. So if you didn't want to open it, definitely understand that. But this is just a sleeve on the top. Has V-Jump there, 40th Dragon Ball, Son Goku and Dragon, 40th Anniversary Edition. On the back, again, has Jump Comics up here, Dragon Ball, and then more of Goku and the Dragon. I don't know if that dragon's supposed to be Shenron or if it's just a random dragon, so please let me know in the comments below. But when you lift off the sleeve, you do get a glimpse at him posed up on the dragon like it is in the artwork, some of the poses that he has, some of his accessories, a better look at the dragon there. On the side, it's just clear, and you can see a lot of the accessories here. And then on the front there, you can see Goku, him riding on the dragon, Dragon Ball 40th Anniversary. So let's get this guy open and take a closer look. And here is Goku out of the packaging in just a straight up orange gi. He's got like the cream colored or like beige-ish colored tie right there. He's got the red armbands, some red down there on his pants, and then you can see his shoes are all black. Underneath they're sculpted with the gray. Then his face looks really nice, very cute figure, very accurate to the way he looked on that cover. And then he's got the bag of senzu beans, I'm guessing, on him too. He does come out of the packaging with the power pole already in his hand, so you can definitely take that out if you want to, but he does come with it in his hand. And then just to take a look at the dragon, this is very nicely sculpted and painted. There's the horns there. You can see all the little like etching marks for Akira Toriyama's like shading style, or like just to give it a little bit more life to it, which looks really nice. It's curved around nicely painted. There's no crazy amount of shading on it, but you do see how some of the green has like lighter green on this, like the edges of the scales right there on the back of his foot. The claws are painted nicely. You can't rotate the tail or anything like that, but this is soft on the end, so you don't have to worry about that. All the scales are kind of, or the back spines are kind of soft material, so they're not going to break if you drop him. But yeah, the legs don't move or anything like that. But yeah, this looks really nice. The mouth doesn't open, but it's in that, pose so Goku can sit up on top of him, which looks really good. So for articulation-wise, for Goku, he can look up about that much. Let me try to move that out of the way. He can look down pretty far. He does have his neck and head are independent of each other, so you can definitely make him move and look however way you want him to. For the arms, let's see how far we can actually make these go up. Looks like they actually don't go up that far. So that's how far they go up, but of course you can probably rotate them around and get them to come all the way up like that. You need that for some poses. He has a single jointed elbow, gets you to be about 90. And then for the hands, they are on, let's see, just a little ball joint right there. And for the waist, he can turn. Move this out of the way. He can turn a little bit. He can do some side to side. Crunch forward about that much. Crunch back about that much. And as you can see, the little tie on his pants does come off, and you can move that around. But then you can just kind of squeeze it back on in there. And the senzu bean pouch is the same way, so you can move that around too. And then for leg splits, he splits about that much. He kicks forward about this high without popping that ribbon off again. And the crotch piece is soft. Then he has a single jointed knee, which gets you 90. Then you can rotate here at the foot. And then the ankle rocker is pretty decent, actually. So you could actually get him to be in this pose, which is one of the poses from the manga. If you wanted him to, get into that wider stance, you definitely can do that, just a little finagling. Then you can kind of get them into a whitish stance. So yeah, the articulation is kind of what I expected for a very tiny Goku. This is smaller, I believe, than the other Kid Gokus that we got from the Dragon Ball line. I think this is literally as tall as like the Daima Gokus, although his head seems to be smaller, which is great. But yeah, the articulation on this guy is, I mean, everything I expected for a Kid Goku. But enough about his articulation. Let's take a look at some of the accessories he comes with, one of which already being this power pole. So a really cool thing about this figure is that he does come with this booklet that kind of outlines the making of the figure, has some Q&A here, has some artwork in here. You can see there the people who made it, how he was sculpted. And then you do see some poses here from the manga that you can recreate with this figure, and all of his accessories and everything that he comes with, which is pretty awesome. So if you buy this figure, definitely take the time to read through this. For accessories, 2 of which he already comes with out of the box. So he comes with his power pole, which is just a red piece of plastic. And then he has a pair of these like open karate chop or, you know, hi, I'm Goku hands, and then a pair of these like power pole holding hands. And then he also comes with a pair of fists. He comes with some peace sign hands, or scissor hands if you want that. For rock, paper, scissors, he comes with these like splayed out action hands. He comes with a pair of these like martial arts posing hands. And then he comes with a pair of these open palm. These are for the Kamehameha, but also you could use them for like a striking hand or about to strike someone hand. Then he comes with a different tie for the front of his gi that's more action oriented, a little bit more messy. Comes with a pair of tonfa. You can take off this little red cap at the top to put in his hand. Just make sure you don't lose that red cap. And he comes with his power pole holder. You can take out the top of the power pole there, which is pretty cool. And that's just put on like every other Kid Goku. You take off his head and you can wrap it around the body. Then he comes with an extra head that has different hair from the original sculpt that he comes with, which is pretty cool. He also comes with his tail, which I already put on there, but you can put his tail on. And then he comes with alternate bangs for the base head sculpt that he's with right here. So that's interesting. Then he has 3 different face plates. So the first one is like a determined or confused or maybe like looking or interacting with something. And all of these are really, really nicely done. Like, these are probably my favorite Dragon Ball head sculpts. He comes with this like cocky, teeth gritted, ready to fight face. And then he comes with the mouth wide open where he's got the power pole over his head face. Looks very, very good. And there's a lot of nice depth to that mouth, so very nicely sculpted and painted. For the dragon, it just comes with its whiskers that you can put on. And those are keyed in so you can tell which side they go on. And then the dragon also comes with this little orange piece. But this orange piece is actually just to pop off this belt piece, but you can just pull it off yourself if you want to. And then he comes with this little piece right here, which if you pull off the scales, and they're so like nicely put in there that you could never tell that you're supposed to pull off like these back spines because they seem like they're all together, but you pull this off and then you can put this piece in there, and that's to kind of cradle Goku while he's sitting there. Also, this dragon does have one point of articulation, which is the head. So you can tilt it side to side if you want to. It seems like it's on a ball joint because you can kind of wiggle it up and down, but it's so flush to the body that you can't really do too much. But yeah, you can tilt it a bit, which is interesting. And then the final accessories that they come with is the 40th anniversary stand. So you do get the big Dragon Ball 40th anniversary stand, which looks really, really nice. Has the dragon there. It's a nice matte finish. And then you have the cloud pieces here, which you just kind of lay the dragon on top of. At first I thought this was magnetic because I'm like, how is it holding it up? But it looks like kind of looks like there is a piece of metal in there. So, oh, there it is magnetic. Okay, that's actually really cool. So my assumption was correct. So it is magnetic, as you can see. And then once you put all the pieces on there, it kind of looks like he's just floating on the actual base once you get that all connected. He comes with 3 different cloud pieces. So 2 of the bigger ones and then 1 smaller one. And these all have really nice, like a lighter coat of shading on them with some gray in there too. And then just the cloudy white plastic, which is really, really cool. And I'll get that put together so everybody can see what it looks like at the end of the video. But yeah, this is a nice spread of accessories. I would love if they would do more of like these types of figures for the Dragon Ball anniversary. You know, if they gave us like a 40th anniversary Super Saiyan Son Goku and you get like a really cool diorama or something, like broken pieces of broken Namek or something like that. I think that'd be super cool. But yeah, no, this is awesome. Can't say that I would want more accessories for this guy because he kind of comes with everything. Let's take a look at how he compares for some size comparisons. So for our size comparisons, here he is standing next to the Daima Goku here and the Kami 1 Goku with bike. So this will be a pretty cool display, having, you know, one cover version of adult Goku and then a cover version of Kid Goku standing next side by side. But yeah, so he's actually a little bit taller than Daima Goku. His head's a little bit bigger. And I thought this guy had kind of a big head, but no, this guy head is a little bit bigger than his. Stands a little bit taller, but they can definitely fit in with each other if you want to have a display of all tiny Gokus. And I think that looks pretty good. And then here he is standing next to an SH Figuarts Vegeta with the old Scouter body head on him and an SH Figuarts Bakugo. Again, he's small, he's a kid, but I think he fits in pretty well and scales well with, you know, adult Vegeta. And then for some Jada Toys figures, here he is standing next to the Jada Toys Mega Man and the Jada Toys Chun-Li. Again, I think he stands pretty nicely next to these guys. Mega Man is smaller, but he still looks like a kid next to all of them. And then last but not least, here he is standing next to the Marvel Legends Animated Series Spider-Man and a Marvel Legends Iron Man. Again, he's small, tiny, but he'll fit in with these guys if you want him to just run around with the Marvel Universe as a kid. So for my final thoughts, this is an awesome figure. Like, if you're a Dragon Ball collector, you definitely need to get your hands on one of these. It wasn't something that was like widely publicized, at least for the, you know, US side of Premium Bandai or anything like that. So I got mine on Yuka now from their services. So they got them in and then just decided to ship them out after they came back from holiday. But yeah, I definitely recommend picking this guy up if you want a really cool piece in your Dragon Ball collection. This dragon is awesome. The stand is super sick, like it being magnetic and being able to, you know, just kind of be a striking presence in your collection. Like, this is super cool. And honestly, I'm really glad I got it. It's probably going to be one of the grails of my collection. So definitely recommend picking him up if you can. I think he cost about like, maybe it was like 80 bucks when I bought him. He might be a little bit higher now, depending on if he's continuously selling out. But yeah, highly recommend it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Take care and have a great rest of your day.